That's not normal.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's me, RDV, and I'm here with Zach.
You didn't give me any warning that you were hitting the live button.
I just said I'm hitting the live button. Let's go live. We'll be on time. Things you should listen to. What I say.
I thought I was listening. Apparently, I wasn't.
Hey, what's up, Eric Breen? Glad to see you here.
He beat the cat. Wow.
Well, Morani's not here either, though. Although
Yeah, that's crazy.
someone did give this stream a like before I went live, so I don't know who that was. But anyway, thank you for showing up. And anybody else who might be showing up, if you haven't done so already, please click like and hit the subscribe button. Subscribe button and click all notifications click the bell because it gives you all notifications. There's an option right there, especially if you're on mobile. But was it do because you should be watching us live because we actually talk about comic books. We enjoy the books that we read. We don't just talk about the books that we hate or what's coming out that we're gonna hate. We try to keep it positive, but we're also not a show channel either, so we'll keep it real.
Depending on the subject, I will shill for certain people or comics.
You know you're a whore for Chris Pratt. Calm down.
Chris Pratt, Florence Pugh, the redhead from Doctor Who. Yeah, there's a few. Also, Dwayne Johnson.
Karen Gillian, I think it is.
Is it Jillian? Yeah, Jillian or Gillian?
I don't know.
Those two. One's the actress and one writes comics. So.
One's better looking and actually has more talent. Actually, one is better looking and has more talent.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the writer.
No, it is not.
So, okay. So, for those who are new, what we do here in the top 5, we basically take the 5 books from each of our pull lists. And these are the top 5 books out of our pull list because we obviously have more books. And at least I know I do, but
it's a light week for me this week.
So what we do is take the 5 books each from our pull list. And these are the 5 books we're most excited to read because we think, and also these are the books we think are going to be the best books of the week for us. And then continue. If you hit the notification bell there, you'll get the notification when we go live on Thursday for the best books of the week. And what that is basically where we just show out the books that we got. We do some little mini reviews. Some are spoilers. So if you'd be warned, it's on Thursday nights.
All of Vinkman's are spoilers.
You know? Let them watch the show first. Don't spoil it for them. Anyway, we should, and we basically follow up. If you're not familiar with those are, we're gonna call back to tonight's show here, and we're gonna see which of those books made it into our top 5 of the week because you may read a book and it may suck, but that's how life goes. I guess you're more likely to be winning if you enjoy the books you're buying. So it'd be interesting to see how many books actually make it to the bottom of my list. But hello to Ash on Comics who has showed up late. You're last because is the late great Bobby from Talladega Nights.
Bobby? If you're not first, you're last. I love that movie so much. Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Tom Cruise! I actually just watched a Tom Cruise movie the other day, so it was extra funny.
I'm all jacked up Mountain Dew. I come at you
like Spider Monkey.
Step Brothers and Talladega Nights. Those are 2 great, awesome movies. If you haven't watched them, you're missing out.
Yeah. But I say them and probably I don't know. I used to say Elf, but now I'm getting burnt out on Elf as far as Will Ferrell movies go.
Elf, I watched it 3 times because I like the girl who plays in there, the opposite of him, the love interest. Zooey Deschanel as a blonde. Wow.
Yeah.
As a brunette, right? What the heck happened?
As a brunette, she's all right, but as a blonde, yeah, I agree.
Wow.
Big wow. So.
Plus, she's a great singer too. She actually has her own Christmas album, if I recall correctly.
I think she has her own band, or like a duet or something.
With Justin Long, I think, right?
Was it Justin Long? I don't remember if it was him or not, but
whoever appeared, I think it was Justin Long because he appeared on New Girl.
Yes, he was a New Girl. I do know that.
And she also did a music video with Don Juan. What's his name? Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. I know, right? They're like the guy from 30 Rock from the Sun. You know.
He was in 30 Rock?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Third Planet from the Sun. Okay.
Sorry, Third Planet. Right.
Or Third Planet or Third. I thought you said 30 Rock. I was thinking of the Tina Fey show.
Well, you know what? I did say 30 Rock, but it's
Third Rock. It's Third Rock from the Sun. That's what it is. The one with John Lithgow. I think John Lithgow was in it. Yeah.
The guy is M. Ward.
M. Ward. Okay.
Okay.
I have no idea who that is.
Unless he's trying to be cute and say your mother, the M word.
The M word.
The guy is your mother. That's weird. Anyway, so
I'm talking about my mother.
Start talking about comic books here. All right. So I went first last week, or no, you went first last week, so I'll go first this week.
Yeah, go for it.
And there's some books out here coming out that we'll probably maybe give passable mention as we bring them up. But starting at number 5, going to Gary Duggan's Invincible Iron Man #1.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Cover is Kill and Gu. I have no idea who won Free Jerry. What his art it looks like the interior, but overall, I mean, it can't be worse than Cantwell, right?
It can't get any worse, can it?
It's a new number. It's a new #1, but it's actually 651, right? Right? Because number ones don't mean nothing.
Legacy numbers, yeah. I do love that cover though. I like that iron. I like that armor. It almost looks like the MCU, but also retro with the.
It looks 3D, like realistic. You know,
kinda
like a video game art.
Yeah, a little bit. You could say that.
Here is the 125 variant, which is kind of cool.
That's cool. Yeah, that's really cool.
But so why does everything have? Is it supposed to be smoke or is it supposed to be like blue flame? It's weird.
I think it's supposed to be smoke, like coming out of the missiles, like afterburner or something.
All right. Here's the Chichetto variant, which is the other one I'm looking at. I'm looking at the main cover and the Chichetto variant.
Oh.
I like seeing Chichetto. Now, this is the thing I don't understand because they got Chichetto drawing for Daredevil. I understand that, but on the days that he's not doing that, he should be drawing for Iron Man. Chichetto is I'm just saying, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I mean, if Chichetto left Daredevil, I kind of wouldn't be upset because I'm getting close for a Daredevil. I'm kind of close to leaving that title.
Don't they normally has Chichetto been drawing the last couple of issues, or has it been somebody else? I thought somebody else was doing
he's a
work
stand-in.
on the
He does it. Yeah.
The stand-in isn't bad, honestly. Like I don't mind the stand-ins.
So work. Ash, it's on number 5, and this is about the books that I'm excited for. So yes, if you don't understand that, please seek help.
It's not not the best of the week. It's just the ones that we're anticipating.
Yeah. The best of the week will be Thursday. You know, if I know if this actually books makes it into my favorites of the or best of the week. But I said I like Iron Man. I kind of want to see this, you know, and then as long as he's not with Hellcat, I don't see Hellcat listed in here. I see Ironheart, James Rhodes, She-Hulk, and Captain America. Okay. And my understanding is that he's going to be, basically, this is another one where it's basically Stark has lost his money. There's nothing new. We've seen this before. We saw this actually right around the Dan Slott era, or the Bendis era. Where,
I have never. Full confession, I've never read a full Iron Man run.
Right. Right after Superior Iron Man, he lost all his money. I thought that's pretty much because Parker Industries pretty much took up all of his because we had Superior Spider-Man.
Maybe Superior Iron Man was the all silver one, right, where he was like evil.
Yeah, because after Axis.
That was after Axis. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So basically, this he's basically like now. This is another thing. It's kind of like weird because they just recently did this to Batman. No, what was it, a year ago or 2 years ago?
Yeah, where they take all of his money and gave
away.
it to the Fox
So
family.
within the past 10 years, this is the second time this happened to Iron Man, where he's basically lost his money and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And now he's got assassins coming after him. I mean, this is like Iron Man 3.
I actually liked Iron Man 3. I know it gets a lot of flack from a lot of people, but I really liked Iron Man 3.
Yeah, so basically, exactly. Yeah, we're going to have him for survival and basically relying on his wits and maybe his only one armor he has. But like I said, Hellcats, as far as I know, is not predicted to be in this book at all. And like I said, this could be really bad or it could be mediocre. It's Gary Duggan. I mean, I'm not excited really for Gary Duggan stuff, but compared to what else is coming out, I don't know. Gary Duggan, sometimes he phones it in, sometimes he does it pretty well.
Yeah, I'm actually looking through his credits. I'm trying to see if he's ever written anything that I got excited about. I didn't like his Guardians run too much. So, I don't know. Yeah, it could be good.
As far as I know, that's Patsy had already left him in the Camel run. They weren't together. They called up
really?
marriage. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wish our Iron Man expert was here though. Marania is let's say
she would know. She reads all. Yeah, if it's got Iron Man's name on it, she would probably have more to tell us. Yeah.
Or what is it called? Someone who basically takes joy in just
hurting themselves.
Yes.
I think it's a sadist or a masochist. One of the two.
Maybe probably masochist, but
yeah. Actually, the one cover here that I really like, that's a cool cover, but I really like the Layton one, the Bob Layton variant, where it's like all the different armors on top of each other.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a connecting cover, so it's gonna go through.
Yeah.
So,
but I like that. It shows like the original and stealth and the Silver Centurion armor. Yeah.
Yes. So if you're looking for a poster to collect,
I like it, man.
Yeah.
That's just me, but
will they include the nose armor, Bob?
Is that like the King Arthur fantasy armor too on top of the medieval armor? That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Yeah,
like you said, can't be worse than Cantwell.
Ash, I understand that you hate Gary Duggan, but like I said, stories I read by him, it's been like reading Kate's, and sometimes it's he's above average. He's not the best, but he's there.
He's not the best, but he's not the worst.
But then again, I like giving people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe this is the book for him.
Yeah, totally. You never know. I mean, it could be a Kelly Thompson Black Widow situation where he has a Ghost Rider right under his name.
My also understanding is that we're gonna have Tony versus Ironheart in the issue 2 before they team up, work together.
Oh, nice.
So
it's gonna be that obligatory two heroes meet, and they fight, and then they work it out and go fight.
Like everyone else has done. Yeah,
that's true.
So, we'll find out.
Very cool.
You're just so cynical, Ash.
Maybe the 30. He could be right. Like I said, I was looking through his credits, and I didn't find one thing that I was like, oh yeah, that was a good Gary Duggan run. Maybe this will be it though.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, we'll find out.
We'll find out, and we'll let you know Thursday.
Yeah. Yes. Don't worry, Ash. I'm the one spending the money, not you.
How much is this new #1 going for? Is it $6.99?
$5.
Oh, $5. Okay, it's 4. That's a 4. Okay.
36 pages for $5 with 4 ads.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Typical Marvel.
How many ads do you think are going to be in this one? Cool.
I say at least 4. No, I'd say 4. 3 for the X-Men. Dark Web.
At least 1 2-page thing for the X-Men, because I recognized that last week. Yeah.
And then the last final page will be for another comic book.
No, I bet you it'll be like a Wakanda Forever related ad.
Brain, if he says that, I'll be happy because Riri's better than him.
What the hell are you smoking? Oh my goodness gracious! All right, my number 5 book this week. This is an unusual one. This one you're going to be surprised at. I'm kind of surprised at it myself, but because the pickings are so slim for me this week, you're gonna have to go down the list to find it. It's from Archie Comics. I don't get Archie books. I know, right? I don't even get Archie books, but this one actually piqued my interest. It's Happy Horror Day. Right there. You just skipped it. Go up. And up one more. All the way on the right. Happy
Oh,
Horror Days.
oh, it is an Archie thing. Okay, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, it is a combination of Christmas and Halloween.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I have to. Yeah, I'll have to add this to my list. Joe's on here. Got a story in here.
Yeah. Joe Corallo's got one in here. I noticed that too as I was going through. I was like, I know that guy. But yeah, you've got werewolves and Krampus and like this weird combination of Christmas and Halloween. So I was going through and I was like, that looks pretty interesting. And so yeah, I'm gonna give this one a try. I don't read Archie books. I've got a handful of like spin-offs. I think I have a few of like the Halloween horror-y ones. That cover creeps me out. That's a little something about that's disturbing to me. Maybe it's just the little tuft of hair on the forehead. But
yeah, that's the Robert Hatton variant.
It's kind of okay. It's fun. It's Christmassy with the mistletoe, but then it's also just a little disturbing, which might be what he's going for.
Hey, bow ties are cool, right?
Hey, so cool that it killed him when he put it on. I don't know.
Jimmy Olsen, they're kissing. You know that, right?
Jimmy Olsen. So, but yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. It's Jughead as a werewolf fighting Krampus, so that sounds like a fun little Christmas themed fight. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. At 32 pages for $4, I think that's a pretty good bargain for a Christmas book. And Eric Green says Joe will be stopping by the fossils tomorrow to talk about it. So if you're available tomorrow night, go check out the 4-color fossils over on Graphic Man's channel.
You know, I always like it when the younger generation visit the old folks' home. So thoughtful, Joe. Spending time with his grandfather.
It's the Christmas, 'tis the season,
Right.
Now, is he going to Christmas carol to them and sing to them? Or, I remember that's what we used to do. So that's my number 5 is Happy Horror Days.
Yeah.
And Ash says old school Archie is fun. I probably would like it. We'll see. It's always like the regular Archie books always seem to be a little too like slice of life, like a little too normal. But we'll give it a shot though.
Yeah, we'll find out.
I'll find out and let you know what I think on Thursday.
Is the werewolf gonna be going after human burgers now? All right, so my number 4 is a book. I'm iffy on this because I haven't read the first one, but I was watching a video and the creator of one of the characters in here, and he was talking to Greg Capullo. He said it's not always often you get the chance to write these characters come together and just having a clash and just drawing them on the same page, and that's Batman and Spawn number 1 by Todd McFarlane. Greg Capullo was talking about how he's just excited to draw this. He's like, it's he said his favorite part of working comic books is when he works with Todd. So that says a lot about his love for basically Todd McFarlane's characters, especially Spawn. To my knowledge, I mean, I would assume that he probably has worked on Spawn before with Todd, but he said I am kind of new to Greg Capullo. Then I know he worked with a few different artists or writers. Sorry.
Yeah, he worked on he's worked on Batman before. I know that. That's where I remember. Like, I think he did some work with Dark Knights and Death Metal and Heavy Metal. I think.
Sure. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
Scott Snyder.
So, yeah. It's good. Scott Snyder. They in the New 52.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
Fun art though. Overall, there's just so many different variants for this. So there's just way too many.
Yeah, but, I did see Sean Gordon Murphy's got one.
Yes, I was looking at this. I was like, oh man, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
If I shop at this, I'll probably grab this. It's $7. So, but I think that's the normal price, or it might be $5.99. I'm not sure for normal. Mm-hmm. But like I said, this is cool. I'm not the biggest Spawn fan though, but he was showing the interior art preview stuff and how basically he shows Batman versus Spawn, and Batman's getting some good licks into the Spawn. I mean, I need something better than they get that horrible taste of Gotham Knights at opening out. Oh, I watched the opening of the gameplay of Gotham Knights.
It's not very good looking.
Oh my gosh! And then I was like, you know what? Because I'm never gonna play the game. I'm like, go on. And for those who thought they're gonna, we're gonna like, you know what? I'll play Gotham Knights, even though Batman's in there. Don't, because the ending is horrible and it's an insult to Batman. It's worse than I thought the game would ever be. I'd rather watch the CW Gotham Knights show than play that game.
Ooh, that
Because
sounds bad.
what they do to Bruce in that game is horrible. So, but overall, like I said, I'm not the biggest Spawn fan, but getting to see Batman and basically clash with someone who is basically just like him, or at least that's what we're told as far as by Todd McFarlane and Greg Pull. He's like, yeah, Spawn is pretty much like very similar to Batman in a sense. No nonsense, get the job done. And they both have like, just so freaking determined. So obviously, the first issue I got. Hopefully, the whole issue is them just clashing, just beating the hell out of each other. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
but sadly though, this isn't the first issue. This is a one shot. That's why it's 48 pages. Sadly, I would have wished there would have rather been an ongoing, or not ongoing, but a 6 issue or something, because now you got to rush everything into the 48 pages, and sometimes that really hurts the story.
Yeah.
But at least that would be great.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's why it's on my list though, because it looked cool.
Heck yeah.
All right.
Awesome. All right. My number 4, keeping with DC Comics, it's a tie-in to Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths. This is Dark Crisis Big Bang, number 1.
Theory.
Baby, from Mark Waid. So Mark Waid and Dan Jurgens. So, at first I was like, do I want to get this one? But then I saw Waid and Jurgens' names on there. I was like, okay, you know what? Mark Waid's been doing some good writing for DC. Well, Dan Jurgens' art is always fun to look at. And it's kind of, it sounds, pretty interesting. They're reintroducing, of course, the multiverse. And some of the miniseries that I've actually been reading, they're establishing as these universes. So you've got the Jurassic League world, the DC Mech world, the Dark Knights of Steel. You see them listed, or even Batman 89. A whole bunch of these miniseries that they've been putting out are now, their own universes are being established, like in permanent continuity. So, and it's going to follow Barry Allen, not Wally West. But Barry's, going to be going through the multiverse, finding all of these different, characters, or these different iterations of characters from the multiverse. And like all the other Dark Crisis tie-ins, it just looks like it'll be mainly like a Where's Waldo of DC. But it's got some pretty cool stuff in here. You've got Harvey Dent from the Batman 89 universe. You've got Stargirl from the Bombshells universe, the Deceased universe. You've got the Kingdom Come universe in here.
Yeah, Bryan Cranston as Poseidon or Aquaman on the cover here.
It does look like Bryan Cranston a little bit.
And then this is the Bat and the Sun Joker.
I don't know where that Joker is supposed to be from, but I know. The only two I recognize on that cover are Bat-Sar and the Superman mech, but
and Gambit.
Yeah, I don't get the Gambit either. I don't get that. That is not the cover I'm going for.
and this is supposed to be what? Stripe C with a gun? I don't know.
No. I don't know who that's supposed to be now.
Rick Hunter with a gun? Or Human Target? I don't know.
I hope it's not Human Target. Yeah, I'm not going for that one. I don't care for that art style too much. The one that I want to get is the Freddie Williams one.
Yeah.
Where it's Red Sun Superman fighting Gog, or Magog, rather. That one looks pretty cool. So, but yeah, like I said, it's Waid and Jurgens, and then just like a who's who of cameo appearances. And like I said, Wade's been hitting it out of the park. So if I see his name on a DC book, I'm, the way he's been going, I'm thinking he's probably going to do a good job writing whatever it is. It looks like it'll all be a one-shot story. That looks terrible.
I know.
I don't care for that. That reminds me of like Space Jam or Who Framed Roger Rabbit, like a real life person standing next to a cartoon.
It's like Teen Titans Go, the movies.
Yeah, well, that's that DC Supergirls or whatever short thing that they do. They do like
Yeah, but
these,
still,
yeah,
the Batman '89 though, the Goon. Instead of putting Bob on the cover, they put this other guy.
yeah. So, but yeah, I'm hoping it'll be a good read. It'll be a lot of fun. I like seeing all the different multiverse versions of characters, alternate versions of characters together. So,
DC animated universe. That's kind of cool.
I
Yeah,
saw,
Clark
yeah,
Kent.
Clark Kent from the animated universe is in there. Yeah, then you've got Ultraman, so you've got some of the the Crime Syndicate. You've got Uncle Sam
Green
and the
Lantern
Freedom
Batman.
Fighters.
Nice, dude. They get
Yeah,
Green Lantern. Yeah, I remember that.
Jack Napier, Jack Nicholson's Joker from '89. You've got Icon. Uh, who else? Diana from like I said, Dark Knights of Steel is in there. The Dinosaur, the Jurassic League.
Joker
So
66.
Joker 66. Yeah. So yeah, it looks like it'll be a little bit of fun.
Peacemaker's in here too.
Yep. I was talking to my sister. Because I asked her if she'd seen Peacemaker yet because she loved the Suicide Squad movie. She's like, "No, I hadn't seen it. Is it good?" I was like, "You should probably watch it. It's pretty good."
And so these are all cameos. They're like Uncle Sam's here too.
Yeah, Uncle Sam from the Freedom Fighters. Yep.
Who's also here? Night Star. Who's that?
Who's
Corey
that?
And Dick Grayson's daughter.
The legitimate daughter of Starfire and Nightwing from the Kingdom Come universe. So yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Good
Batman
stuff.
66 in here. Batman from Burtonverse.
Victor Sage's Question.
Earth 43, I guess, is supposed to be the vampire Batman.
I think Earth 43 is the Crime Syndicate world. Oh no, it is Vampire Batman. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Looking at the Green Lantern from Earth 9, it kind of looks like it's gonna be Adam West Batman and with as a Spectre. I was like, no. There's a lot of Batmans on here too, but there's Wally West from the Mechverse, though.
Yep.
All right, cool. Like I said, Mark Waid hasn't failed me, and I like Dan Jurgens when he does penciling stuff. So
yeah, Dan Jurgens' art, I do like looking at his art style. It's a lot of fun.
And this is another one shot.
It is a one shot. Yep. Absolutely.
So he wasn't rushed. He wasn't rushed on this. All right. Cool. All right. So my number 3 is a book. It just came back. Like it says, it's an issue 2 now, a 4-issue miniseries. They made a popular TV series out there on Sci-Fi Channel. Get down to the book. Where is it? I passed it up already. Hopefully not. I don't think I passed it. Maybe I did. Huh. But there it is. Resident Alien: The Book of Love. Yes, because aliens are allowed to be with humans. Sorry, Ash. It's another little crime mystery, and the mystery that's going on here. And that's what most of these books are. First was him adapting, and then he solved like an old a mystery because he's basically like unlike the I guess he's still kind of similar to Alan Tudyk's character, which is a complete opposite personality, but they both like crime novels, and he in the book version, Harry, the alien takes over. He loved to solve mysteries and stuff, and he actually solved like a really, really old murder mystery. And so this series here, basically Harry has been in the first issue, and this is kind of minor spoiler for those who haven't read it though. He's now being hunted by the FBI, or at least was in the first issue, because one of the FBI agent that had been pursuing him had originally gone missing from the last arc. I'm not gonna say what happened to him because I want you to read these books. They're fun. They're usually like 4 or 5 issues. It's like the 4th volume, I believe. It's been a fun series, and it's just like I said, well, I don't want to. I don't want to spoil anything. So I mean, this is a book I really really like, and we're just gonna figure out what's going on with this because I read the first issue for this one. I kind of remember what happened in it, but also there's also some minor things I have to go reread again because I'm sure there's things I missed. But overall, it's doing with those two. They're gonna leave patients. Um, and Harry's kind of undecided because he kind of likes patience, but she wants to leave, and we'll find out what goes on from there because this is a book that flew on my radar for so long, Zach. I didn't even know it was even a book until I saw the show, the Untitled, and I realized oh my gosh, it's based off a comic book novel, like Dark. Because I don't really look at Dark Horse books. Mm-hmm. Dark Horse is to me, oh, Buffy or Angel, cool. That's all it really was to me. I didn't really look for other else. Back in the day, it was really Marvel and DC only. So when I came across this is a fun, quirky little story. About an alien just basically who's trying to blend it in on Earth, and only one person can tell that he's an alien, and it's her. Out of everyone else on the Earth, she sees has a human face. It's kind of all blurry, and then she sees it, and she realizes, and she can see how his normal form. So they form a bond. He ends up becoming the town doctor in a small little backwards town in I believe it's Patience, but I'm not sure if it's a real town or not. But I think it's Colorado. Or no, sorry, no. It's either Washington or it's Colorado.
Well, in the show, I'm pretty sure it's Colorado.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, Colorado. So overall, though, it's a fun book. Check it out. It's not too. I guess it's the same price of a normal ongoing DC, $4. But to me, those I wish these were ongoings. That's the only problem. My only problem with these books. But overall, I'm just happy to get the next one because they're just so good. They're so wholesome. They're fun too. So that's why it's at my number 3.
Nice.
So
my number 3.
Your number 3.
I actually just mentioned one of the writer of this in my number 4 book, but my number 3 is from Dynamite Comics, Lord of the Jungle, number 2, from Mr. Dan Jurgens. Dynamite has been getting a lot of my attention recently with their books. This Lord of the Jungle, they had their issue number 1 came out like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And was a fun book. That one was pretty much just telling the story of how Tarzan came to be. It was kind of an origin story, and so this one looks like it's gonna, go to his present situation where this is after he was raised in the jungle and he left for England. Now he's back, and he and a friend of his. They're about to deal with this catastrophic event, this whole emergency reason he came back to Africa and back to the jungle. So, yeah, first issue was a lot of fun. I've been getting into these like jungle action adventure comics recently, and like I said, Dynamite's been getting my attention with a lot of their new releases. So this was really fun. I'm looking forward to see what they do in issue number 2. And they have some really fun covers also.
All right, I didn't see any Undid Quinn or anything like that, and no Morania again. Huh.
Yeah, no, well, Robert Roberts or J.R. Exner just popped up, but yeah, I know we're missing a lot of our normies, but yeah, there are some really cool covers for Lord of the Jungle number 2. The one that I'm hoping to find is cover M.
Cover M,
yeah, it's it says comic and record set.
Oh, here.
Yeah, that one. It's it's got a really cool retro look to it.
And it's the second in a book in a week. Last week was Gargoyles with the VHS cover. Now this is like an old throwback cover.
Yeah, I bet you my LCS isn't gonna have that cover either. Just like they didn't have the VHS one.
Well, let me know because I'm going tomorrow morning. So when you go, I don't know when you go, but if I see one, I'll pick one up for you.
Well, thank you. I'll be sure to let you know. Hey, there's Undead Quinn. We just had to say his name 3 times. He's like Beetlejuice.
Zach is on his number 3. I'll be going on my number 2.
Yeah. We're about halfway through the list. So yeah, just as a reminder to all of our viewers, both if you're in the live chat or if you're catching it on the replay, go ahead and let us know what books you're getting. If you're getting 5 or if you're getting just a couple, be sure to let us know what books you're picking up.
My only nitpick about this cover is that it should be colored. It shouldn't be black and
Yeah,
white.
that would be a really cool cover if it was colored in.
I think
there are some other really good ones though.
Was Phil Tan the cover for the first issue, or was that Gary Frank?
Gary Frank did one for the first issue. Did Tan do one? I don't think he did. Gary Frank did. I know that. So did a couple of other guys, but
let me look.
Yeah, I don't see him.
Gary
Frank. That cover A was Gary Frank's, yeah.
Yeah.
Which was a really awesome cover. So yeah, definitely if you haven't checked out Tarzan yet, Lure of the Jungle, highly recommend. Dan Jurgens is doing a really good job writing the story.
Yeah, so is Frank.
That's
what I thought. So yeah, it's just weird going like black and white. What is this? Is this David Finch cover? No, it's not David Finch. It's Phil Tan. Because usually, like David Finch does those. He does the black and white covers.
Philip Tan is doing the cover A for issue number 3 for the next issue.
Huh.
Which comes out next. He's doing the next one.
Is that also black and white? No, it's red.
No, his is colored in. Yeah.
I guess
they got some really good looking covers for Tarzan.
That's what I love about Elite Comic Geeks, man. You guys need to get better people uploading covers, because right now you have the same cover as this. And they did that to me with was it Blade Runner Black Lotus, and they had the cover C was the same no matter what issue it was. I was like, why is it still the same freaking cover? Update the cover. It shouldn't be the last issue's cover. That's how when I went in there, I was like, so I had no idea. So when I went into the shop, I was like, oh, that's the cover it's supposed to be. No wonder I didn't recognize it because I didn't see it.
Right.
So Undead Quinn said he's only got 3 tonight.
Oh, yeah. Well, it is a light week. Like, I had to really look and see because I thought I was only going to have 3 or 4 comics.
I wouldn't be surprised if next week's going to be like, hey, guess what? You have a bunch more because it's the end of the month.
Of course, yeah. The week right before Christmas, as everyone's rushing to get their last minute gifts, that's where it's gonna be like, hey, you have like 12 books to pull at the comic shop. Oh, good lord.
Right.
So
all right. So his number 3, he says, is the Bone Orchard. Oh, number 4. Wow, that's only a number 4. It feels like you've been mentioning that book like almost every other month. Maybe it has been 4 months.
Maybe.
All right, so we'll get to my number 2. This is my number 2.
Oh. Crossover number 1.
Although I mean, I'm probably gonna get this cover because it's probably to me it's the best drawing.
I agree.
I was looking at other ones. It's like I don't understand the Burns thing.
I do like the one. Yeah, the cover. I like the subject matter, but the art style is weird.
He's too oily.
He's very oily, and that elephant looks like really bad CGI. I like that one right there, the cover E. I do like that one.
All he needs is a woman holding onto his leg, and he's basically Bruce Campbell.
Pretty much. Right?
Although, I was looking at the L looks kind of cool too.
Oh yeah, with all the monkeys.
A throwback.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
All right, and he's wearing Fred Flintstone's underwear.
And I like how he opens it up so we can get a bigger look at the small little banana hammock that he's wearing.
Is that small? I didn't think it was small.
I thought it was. I mean, it's not boxers. So it's
I just want to know, why are the monkeys so upset he's got his back turned to them? That's a bad move.
It kind of reminds me of the scene from Tarzan with all the baboons that chase after him.
So Ash only has 4 this week. It says he has number 4 is Batman Spawn. His number 3 is Dark Ride, and his number 2 is Starhenge.
Oh yeah, Starhenge.
All right. So yeah, overall, I said I like Jurgen's writing, and I also love his art. But I mean, this book, the way he wrote the first issue, is a callback to basically how it originally was written back in the, I guess was it Gold Key or Dell? Probably more likely Dell.
Probably more likely Dell. Probably, yeah.
I've never been a huge Tarzan fan, so being like I've watched the movies, I've seen like at least actually I watched the animated movie. I've seen a little bit of the black and white ones from the I believe from the 50s, I think they were. Not sure, but overall, I never, it's a character I knew was popular, but I never got into it. I was like, okay, what's so great about him? He swings, he goes again, yells, and he has a girl named Jane who lives in the jungle. He's the king of the jungle. Okay. I mean, I guess because I watched or I read more Spider-Man, so I was like, oh, he's like Kraven the Hunter, but a good guy.
Kind of, yeah. He's not obsessed with killing a guy because he thinks it's the ultimate game. But yeah.
No, sir, it's the most dangerous game.
There was also in 2016 they did a movie. It was actually pretty fun. It had not Stellan Skarsgård, but like one of his sons played Tarzan, and
Alex?
Alex. I think it was Alex, and Margot Robbie played Jane. That was a pretty fun movie.
Just say Mr. Eric Northman from True Blood. That's all you gotta say. Everybody knows him from that.
I don't know he's in True Blood.
So. True Blood was a very popular series.
I know it was, but that doesn't mean I've seen it.
I'm saying he was the big, tall Viking vampire guy.
Okay.
Which is kind of funny when I saw him in Barbarian, or not Barbarian, but the Northman. I was like, really? Is this an origin story? So yeah. If you like throwbacks and you're looking for a good classic book and with art that actually captures the way it looked in the original comic books, so. I'm glad that Jurgens is getting some work somewhere because
yeah,
I like his books when he's writing. I do love his art, but I like his writing more a little bit.
His writing is a lot of fun. I remember liking his Blue and Gold miniseries.
His art, though, I usually like it when he's teamed up with Jerry Ordway. But
yeah.
Overall, but yeah, we can't go back to Post Crisis anymore, Zach. So.
God. If you had 42 minutes and 19 seconds, you have to drink now.
They were probably drinking before when they saw you come on camera
with
that low cuts.
Maybe. It's not a low cut. This is a V cut. It's not low. What on earth?
Showing up a lot of neck there.
A lot of what? A lot of neck. Oh gosh, you can't even see my collarbone. But whatever. Whatever. My number 2, folks.
Oh no! Hey.
If I wear the purple collared shirt, I get called out. If I wear my plaid collared shirt, I get called out. I decide not to wear that, I put this on. I still get called out. Okay. My number 2. I think Ash is going to appreciate this. From one Mr. Mark Millar, Nightclub. Ladies and gentlemen, from Image Comics.
You brown noser.
I'm not brown nosing. I like Mark Millar. I like most of his stuff, first of all. Second of all, it's only $2. $2.
Now, I gotta ask because you said it's a very so hard week for to get top 5s here.
This was already on the pull list originally. This was already on it.
Okay. I was gonna say there was a better book.
The ones that I found to add, the Happy Horror Days was one that I found, and I added kind of at the last minute. And then I had Iron Man on there, but you already talked about it, so I was like, I don't need to talk about Iron Man. There is another one that's my number 1, so that'll be a surprise for later.
Oh yeah.
But what's that?
I was just gonna say that our number 1's not gonna be the same. I already know.
Oh no, it's definitely not going to be the same. I think Breen will really get a kick out of my number 1, but I know we don't have the same number 1. I'll tell you right now. But yeah, this does look really fun. It's about a kid who's been bitten by a vampire, which when I first said that, I was like, good Lord, not vampires again. We're going back to like Twilight when vampires were everywhere. But this actually sounds cool. Like he wants to, what on earth? Oh, Venkman just dropped out, I guess. Okay. Well, anyway, I don't have a picture to share, and Vinkman he has the controls that run everything. But yeah, Dark Ride does look really fun. It's about a teenager gets bitten by vampires, and he uses his vampire powers for good to become a superhero. So it sounds like it might have a little bit of that Spider-Man element to it or Invincible element to it. And the frog says technical difficulties, so he will be back shortly. But yeah, being written by Mark Millar, and the artist is Juanan Ramirez. And there are some variant covers, one by Greg Capullo. His name's come up several times tonight. That one looks really fun.
Sorry about that, folks. My Google decided to Chrome it. You know what? Let's crash.
I was wondering because you were kind of robot-y a little while ago, and then you stopped, and I was like, oh, maybe his internet's fine, but apparently not. It said no. But yeah, it looks like it'll be a lot of fun. I kind of like it. He'll be bulletproof. He can crawl up walls like Spider-Man, turn into mist bats or a wolf. And then there's also the funny, like the luchador masks that are in there too. So that's an interesting. The luchador masks are just following in comic books now. It's like between do a power bomb. Now there's this. I'm sure there's going to be another one down the road. Actually, that mask right there on the main cover looks a lot like a mask for Mike Miller, not Mark Miller, but Mike Miller has his Indiegogo comic that he did, Lone Star. It looks very similar to that.
I thought it was at first. I thought it was the same character, like jumping a motion thing, but it's like three separate kids.
Yeah. It's three separate kids. It's not the same one because you can see them on several of the other covers too. So yeah, and like I said, it's $1.99, guys. This is like the cheapest book. Like not even the Spawn books, which are $2.99. This is even cheaper than that. So definitely, I say give it a shot. It's $2, even if you don't like vampires or if you don't like superhero books. Give $2 to this guy. Help him out with his book because I think this is. I heard Ash say this is an experiment this guy wants to try to see if lowering the price of comics gets more attention and gets more people to buy them. Because look at Marvel and DC and how on any given week they can have a book priced at $7, $8, even $10. So definitely throw $2 at this. Help Mark Miller out, and hopefully it could start a trend and we could start seeing cheaper books out on the stands. So check it out.
I personally, I hope it works out for him, but I think Marvel and DC are pretty like Disney. People are gonna pay no matter what it is because they want those characters.
Yeah, but if anything,
we won't.
they might notice these more indie books. Like they might notice this selling better. If this outsells like Spider-Man or Batman, maybe it would take notice and be like, hey, we need to actually cut our prices down. So,
like I said, right now they hold a monopoly. And I don't think they'll ever cut their prices. I think the price is going to go up again. At least in the next 3 years, it'll probably go up. But we'll find out. Overall, though, like I said, I was listening to you talk about it. Yeah. It's basically what if being bitten by a spider, he was bitten by a vampire. Now Peter Parker is now a superhero vampire. So it looks cool.
A superhero vampire not named Blade.
Right? Right? Wait. Oh, that's right. Blade's gonna be his mentor now. He's a Blade legacy.
A Blade legacy character.
That's what Marvel would do.
Nightclub is only $1.99, says Ash. I would even get Iron Man #1 for that price, maybe.
Oh, you wouldn't.
Ash does not like.
After Josh and Gary dug in, we wouldn't buy it at all.
I might try a Bendis book again for $2. Maybe.
All right. I did see that. We had some. Okay. Dark Rider's number was number 3 was Undead Quinn's number 2. All right, I'll recap my books for those who came in a little late. And thank you for showing up for JR and also Undead Quinn, man. Good to see you guys here. And then anybody else? who might be listening in, thank you for joining us. All right, so my number 5 was Iron Man, Invincible Iron Man, number 1, by Gary Duggan. Batman vs. Spawn was my number 2. Number 3 was Resident Alien, Book of Love, issue 2. Number 2, which was Tarzan, or AKA Jungle, or King of the Jungle, or I guess what it's called. It's called Lord of the Jungle.
Lord of the Jungle.
Yes. It's called Tarzan. I hate the different names. It's so easy to remember that. Lord of the Jungle number 2 is my number 2. And my number 1, I have to go all the way to the bottom of this. You know, I almost put this book, though. It's my number 1.
No, you
this
didn't.
This is when people get triggered. Almost.
No, you didn't.
Actually, because I'm picking it up.
I looked at it for a split second, and then I was like, I don't recognize the writer. I don't recognize the artist. Pass.
Sure. All right, so my number 1, if you ever figured it out, is actually Red Agent, Friendly Fire, number 1. David Wells running this along with David Franchini, and it's basically the story of these characters continue their stories. They were last in I think it was Island of Dr. Monroe, which came out a couple years ago, and it's basically a witch and a werewolf team up together, and they're going out, basically doing your super spy stuff. Basically, like it's Magic of Charlie's Angels, but one of them was a werewolf, and the other one had like magic powers, you know. But they're short a girl. All right, so basically, Brittany, who's on the left, she's basically Little Red Riding Hood, but who has control? She's a werewolf and has control over the wolves. And then Avril Williams is the one girl on the right, who's basically the witch. There basically says here on the priority assignment for Rubicon, which is I believe is the new company they're working for, because they were originally working for the government, but this is people took over, and so they're gonna go over at a remote tropical island, and it says, the price of being super spies, but while all breaks will because basically they turn anything to a vacation for where they could, because it's Xenoscope, and all because what girl would turn down, like, we're going to Maui, okay, I'm gonna go on the beach for a while and take a suntan, because that's what girls do. So I mean, all right. So so basically it says here, following one puzzle encounter after another, they find themselves basically on all the way to Antarctica, you know, and apparently they're gonna discover something, and something sinister, because that's what these girls do, and they kick ass. So this is $5.99. It doesn't say it is a one shot. It's 32 pages. I'm not sure why it's $5.99. Well, I guess because they normally do 72 pages or a little more. I'm not sure why this is a little more expensive than the other ones, but overall, I've had fun with this. So this looks like this might be the villain. I just saw this.
Oh yeah, creepy tentacles, red eyes. Gotta be a villain,
right? So basically, she's been laying dormant in Antarctica. Now she's free, kind of like that kaiju monster from Godzilla.
King Ghidorah?
I don't know. I don't speak Japanese.
The 3-headed one from King of the Monsters? That one?
Hydra?
No.
All right, so overall, I'm getting some cheesecake. I'm getting some good stories, and like I said, I've been enjoying the Grimm stuff. I mean, I got to start checking out the main books. But everything I've read for them, I haven't really read any bad issues. Some of the Tales of Terror stuff is kind of like, okay, you could do a little bit better writing, but overall, I'm not getting, ask me about my feminist agenda. And I'm no Oliver Reed. I don't hate the women's lib movement, but I'm just saying, I just don't want to see in the books, overall. Anyway, though, so hope you guys enjoyed everything for tonight. We're going to skip Zach's number 1.
What is this? How dare you? That's okay. My number 1, yeah. Like I said, I knew we weren't going to have the same number 1. I don't think anybody knows this is coming out. At least I haven't heard anyone. What?
I'm not clicking on Spider-Man Dark Web.
I'm not saying Spider-Man Dark Web. I would buy Tom King's Danger Street before I said Spider-Man Dark Web. No, I actually wouldn't. I take that
Why
back.
don't you give a recap for those who are late?
Sure.
But quickly, I'll just say the Nightclub #1 is Ash and Undead Quinn. That's your number.
That's right. I'm in the cool kids club because I have it. It's not my number 1, but it is in my list.
You're not cool. It's not #1 though. You're not cool then.
No, but first is the worst and second is the best. So it's my number 2. It's my second. So there you go. I'm cool. So I'm cooler than Ash and Undead Quinn.
I know. Here's the vicious circle.
No. Actually, that is on my list, but it's not my number 1. Vicious Circle does. You saw the dinosaur?
I saw the dinosaur right here. The T-Rex.
That's not even the cover I want. That one does look cool. I can talk a little bit about that one later on. But no, doing a recount though. My number 5 is Happy Horror Days, number 1 from Archie Comics. Number 4 is Dark Crisis Big Bang, number 1. There's a lot of number 1s on my list this week. Number 3 is Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle, number 2 from Dan Jurgens at Dynamite. My number 2 is Nightclub by Mark Millar. And my number 1 book of the week is kind of a cheat because it's kind of a facsimile, but Origins of Marvel Comics, Marvel Tales, number 1. You say, well, Zach, how is that a facsimile? Because it's reprinting the classic stories of Fantastic Four, number 1, Amazing Fantasy 15, X-Men, number 1, and Avengers, number 1, as written mostly by Stan Lee, with art by Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko and the inkers that were involved as well. So yeah, it's reprinting all 4 of those origin stories. You have that really cool cover by Nick Bradshaw, who I think Ash and I talked about him being something of an Art Adams clone, which I like. I kind of like his art style on that cover. I kind of wish that, like, as much as I love the original, like Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko art, I kind of wish they would get like a talented artist to kind of come in and see if he could draw like panel for panel the same book with that different style.
Yeah,
but
we could do that.
That would be fun. Yeah, that would be fun to try.
Like,
to see someone try.
Roger Rossmo come in right away.
Anyway, yeah, but it's reprinting those 4 origin stories, and which are all great reads. And I think that anybody that reads comics even as a hobby should definitely check out those 4 issues that are being collected in this. It's 92 pages, and it's not even $10. It's only $8. And I was afraid he was going to find that. I was so worried. I hate this cover.
Spider Cat.
I hate this cover so much.
Is that the was it the Hot Kitty then?
Somebody set a cat on fire. I hate these covers. Whoever it is that's doing these cat covers for Marvel, you need to just take your money and go. Like,
oh my gosh, it's Meower. It's Meower.
This is what I work with, people. Oh, goodness gracious. But yeah. I'm looking forward to getting and I know I can't go wrong because these are great stories. So you can't go wrong. It's not like I'm going to come back on Thursday and be like, these stories suck. Stan Lee is a hack writer. Like, no, I know they're going to be good. I know it's going to be a lot of fun. So that offended. Yes, it did. Undead Quinn. The cat covers do offend me greatly. Everyone knows dogs are better anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my number 1 this week. Marvel Tales Origins number 1. Although I don't know, maybe Ash would like those covers. He does like the furry books.
Hold on, I'm freezing again.
Oh, you look fine. Like, oh no, you might be frozen. I don't know. Yeah,
I'm frozen.
Oh, you seem fine.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Okay. Because I wasn't because it does a little thing like Chrome has always been as a bitch. Ever since I got Windows 10, it was fine before. It was just Windows 10 just sucks on this. Mm-hmm. I've updated everything on my computer. So
sounds like you need to update to a Windows 11.
Feel like need to throw this out a window. Yes, the incredible. I don't know. It's a sick cat.
take it off the screen, please? Please, I don't want to look at it anymore. It's so offensive.
I bet you when they start fighting the villain starts laughing and he coughs up a hairball. All right, so
I got nothing.
Neither does Marvel.
No.
All right, I just want to talk about this cover here. What the heck is this?
What the heck is what?
Wonder Woman's missing, and who's in charge? Yeah, it's gonna be Nubia probably.
Nubia, probably. Yeah. Although I do like that Jim Bartel cover.
Oh, I saw this cover here, dude. Look at this.
Oh, that's cool. She's deflecting all the snowballs. Yeah, I do like that. Look at Plastic Man being a snowman in the background.
Oh, I just saw that. Yeah, it's hard to see, but
that is a fun-looking cover, though. Oh, that is neat.
You even have Tim Drake Robin back there, and yeah.
Yeah, old school Tim Drake. Yeah.
There's no Hawkman though.
No, there is. He's right under Superman's armpit.
Oh. They're all just throwing the snowballs up, and like except for Bruce, he's a Grinch. But
that is fun. I do like that. That is a cool cover. I don't know if it's worth $6, but it is a fun cover.
Yeah, I know. That's what I think. I was like,
the Jim Bartel one's pretty nice too.
I like the Jim Chung.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh yeah, with the Spawn. Oh yeah.
If only they could draw her like good and actually at her actual book.
Right.
But yeah, I saw that. I was like, the milk carton thing. It looks so weird. It's like.
Yeah, I don't understand. And I think, is Cheetah working with her now? Like, is Cheetah an ally of Wonder Woman now instead of an enemy? That's weird to me.
Because it going off. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. They're uneasy allies.
Oh. Yeah, I guess if they're uneasy allies for a story or two, that's all right. But it still seems weird to me.
I'm Not Batman is still going in number 16.
Didn't they cancel that? I thought that. Well, this might be the last issue. I thought I heard they canceled this one.
Only one could hope. Ice Cream Man number 33 is coming out. That's for you, Skip. I hope you enjoyed that book.
Yeah, you know he's picking up that.
Yeah, right. I'd be shocked if it wasn't. Batman Incorporated. I don't know if anybody reads that. I don't see anybody pick it up. It just sits on the shelf. Planet Hulk Warbreaker number 2. Yeah, I guess
another event where they just stole the name from a past event.
It's a sequel to the original one. What my understanding is it's a sequel to Planet Hulk.
World War Hulk was a sequel to the original one.
I know, but this is like I said. This is a sequel to that.
Does it even have Bruce Banner in it, or is it like I've seen She-Hulk on the cover? Because Bruce Banner's off doing his own thing, like with Starship Hulk.
This is Greg Pak writing this. It doesn't say the other characters in here, but
it's Amadeus. It's Amadeus Hulk. It's Amadeus.
It's not even Bruce.
It's not even Bruce. Yeah, it's what does Breen call him? Gogurt Hulk.
Frogurt.
Yeah. Sentinels of Sakaar has Sentinels now.
Why not?
Like what? Did a bunch of Sentinels from Earth just crash land on Sakaar on their way to the 7-Eleven?
Here's Bruce right here.
Yeah. But it doesn't make sense, though, because he's not in the book.
Well, we don't know.
Yeah, and that looks like the rabbit from the Star Wars comics. The little green rabbit.
It's more like a cat, but okay.
Yeah.
But
that's kind of a cool cover.
And that looks more like Bruce. Doesn't look like Frogurt.
Yeah, that definitely does look like Bruce, yeah. Because Gogurt normally wears like a vest or a tank top or something, too.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's become more savage now.
Maybe. Could be.
I don't know. So basically, he keeps his intelligence, right? Amadeus Cho, he's the smartest man.
Yeah, or one of them.
Marvel?
But yeah, he keeps his intelligence when he gets green, yeah. Yeah. It
All
was.
right.
I mean, if it's Greg Pak writing, maybe it is somewhat a somewhat good story. But
Greg Pak did some Superman back in the day. I mean, I never read his stuff, so I mean, I don't really know about Greg Pak other than the hero
his
of
Hulk,
Superman.
Planet, and World War Hulk are the only notable things I remember reading that he wrote.
All right, so
But
what's this?
Vicious Circle, yeah, Vicious
Yeah.
Circle. This one was on my list. It looks interesting. It's an assassin. He goes through all these different time periods, seeking an enemy, who like caused him a whole bunch of pain. And so he goes. You can even see he goes from like future Tokyo to
Oh,
New
that
Orleans in the 17 or 1800s, and the
the one.
dinosaurs. And
No wonder this looks good. It's Leah Bermejo, or
yeah, I think he did the Batman Damned book. I think.
well, he did all the covers. He's been doing all the stock covers for the past 2 years
Yeah, yeah.
for Detective Comics,
Hmm.
or not Detective, but Batman, I guess, and Detective, I
Yeah,
think.
Batman or Detective. Yeah, one of those two. But
So
yeah, it looks really cool.
for their Boom
Jay
Studios.
Jay Lee has a cover that looks really good, but that's not the one that I like. The one that I like is that one's kind of cool. But the cover that I really like is the first one right there, where it's like he has all these different skeleton arms, and they're all these different model guns from periods in history or the future. That's really cool looking, I think.
All right, so the one of the visionaries and director creator, but basically behind the Batman and Project Power, creator Mattson Tomlin teams up with Lee Bramo from
Hmm.
Batman the Damned Gen Joker over. Says Sean Dagger is a trained assassin from the future who seeks revenge on the only other man with his affliction. Each life they take forces them to both travel between vastly different past and future eras, spanning from the 22nd century Tokyo to 1950s New Orleans, or New Orleans, whatever you prefer,
I've heard
to
all
the
three.
yeah to the Cretaceous era. Sorry, not Jurassic Park. It's Cretaceous Park. And beyond, the two mortals rivals are locked in a battle of wills. And you know what this sounds like? That
Samurai Jack.
Sounds like Infinity with Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, it does kind of, doesn't it? I remember that
Except
movie.
they don't change bodies.
Yeah. Sounds like a little bit of that, a little bit of Samurai Jack, and time travel. Again with the time travel, but
Looks
it sounds
fun.
cool though. Yeah, no, it sounds like a lot of fun. Different, and it looks like in each different time period they have a different artist. So that sounds really cool too. So it's $10 though. So Boom Studios is asking for the big bucks for this one.
This is a one shot, right?
Maybe I didn't check to see if it's a one shot or if it's a mini series or an ongoing or what.
It doesn't show anything
It,
else. It just
it
shows
doesn't
this.
say anything. It doesn't say anything about the page number. So
No, that's the other thing too. At least Xenoscope will show you on top of the cover. It says like 32 pages. They let you know.
yeah, let me
So
see.
this is probably gonna be
It's going to be a 3-issue miniseries, according to Boom Studios' website.
presented in a prestige oversized format.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Very neat.
Yeah, he's gonna pay homage to the historical master painters and all that stuff. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mattson Tomlin is also writing an upcoming anime series based on Terminator for Netflix, and he's writing the screenplay for Berserker.
Oof. Which Terminator? The first one, or are they gonna do like Genesis?
It just said Terminator. Didn't say Genesis.
The Sarah Connor animated chronicles again.
The Sarah Connor Chronicles were actually really fun. I liked watching that one.
So Summer Glau, and then John Connor having a thing for the robot.
I mean, if I was John Connor and I had a Terminator bodyguard that looked like Summer Glau, I would have a thing for the robot too.
I just hope he didn't try to stick it in the machine. All right, so I think that's pretty much it. I mean, we can go over some of the books as far as trades.
Oh yeah, I didn't even take a look and see what trades and hardcovers were coming out. I think this week there is the Donny Cates Venom omnibus comes out this week. I think.
All right, so
They call it like the Venom omnibus, the Ven omnibus. It's a really weird sounding name. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. So yeah, so Flashpoint Beyond is on here too. That's number one for its first book for $17.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Venometus. Yeah, it's just I don't even want to say the
I
word.
hate that. I hate that name. I thought it was clever at first, and then I tried to say it. I was like, oh, this is weird.
All right, so we have Spawn Compendium in the Claudition Volume 4 for all right. Doesn't say the price on these. That one,
Mm.
that is $125. This one, there's no price. So here's Friday, Volume 2. Mr. Brubaker. Starman Compendium
Nice.
number 2 is out for $60. Ooh,
That's
because remember
got
the first.
a lot of Starman. I think it goes from like issue 43 to 80, and then
I
there's
dude.
like the Shade miniseries is in there too.
So everybody knows that I love comics. You know, I got him in the first one because I thought it was a complete collection at first. I was like, is this complete? No, this no. So now there's a that was only like half the story.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Uh,
I didn't realize there were that many issues of Starman. It's a long ongoing series.
yep. So that looks kind of cool. Definitely check that out. Dude, if I wasn't buying other comic books, I'd just get that Starman trade.
Heck yeah, and I bet you I'm gonna look up and see while we're here, but I bet you it's even cheaper on in stock trades.
I bet you it is. It's $60 here. I bet you it's like $30 there, $29.99.
I'm about to tell you and find out.
X-Men Epic Collection Executioner Song trade paperback for $50.
$35 on in stock trade.
Dude, see?
There you go. Also, they finally finished up that whole Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters thing. That I remember that had like every issue of Star Wars for like a year was a tie-in to that. So they finally finished it all and got it in an
All right.
omnibus.
X-Men 92, definitely worth it if you hadn't collected the single issues.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man The Wedding Album, Gallery Edition, hardcover. This was another book I was looking at. Was this one Simon Cross to Too Dead to Die For?
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if I can.
Yeah, I heard Too Dead to Die For. That's Howard Chaykin art, I believe.
Yeah, it's Howard Chaykin and Mark Guggenheim. Already
Yeah,
Dave
Guggenheim. Yeah.
Johnson. Yeah, so basically it says in the 1980s, Simon Cross was an America's top super spy. Today, his past has come back to haunt him, forcing him out of retirement for one final venture. Cool. So these are the guys. So Guggenheim and Chaykin worked on Blade and Wolverine together. So this isn't their first time working together. So it's kind of cool. All right. So I mean, I'm definitely looking at that. I'm probably gonna pick that up.
Yeah, it looks neat.
Yeah, Epic Collections are for Marvel. That's why so in stock trades we go like get them cheaper for $35.
Yeah.
Who's Omnibus Volume number 2 hardcover. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
$125 though. Oof. Are they updated now? Tim is gay.
Yo, so I have a good chunk of these issues, but the Thing omnibus, that's John Byrne writing Ben Grimm, which I believe starts that's because at the end of the original Secret Wars, Ben Grimm stays behind on Battleworld because he can control his transformation, and that's where that series starts at. So that was really fun. John Byrne, almost unbeatable in his craft.
All right, Justice League Legion of Superheroes by Brian Michael Bendis.
Oh God. Oh,
all right, Iron Man collection. Return of the Ghost.
Very cool.
Cool. What do you got here? Marvel Masterworks Amazing Spider-Man Volume 24 hardcover for $75. What is it on in stock trades?
I just closed out that window. You're gonna. Let me see. What's the normal price? You said 75. I bet it would be like 50.
Gotta be, yeah.
Spider-Man. Marvel Masterwork. Actually, they don't have it listed on here. At least not yet.
Tomorrow they will.
Yeah, probably.
All right, here's a variant for the Thing.
Oh yeah, that looks cool.
I wish they had it like inked by George Bill on the cover.
Nobody wishes that.
Everybody wishes that. All right, and I guess that's it. We'll just go into manga.
Yeah, you going into the manga territory here.
Oh, here's a 2000 AD Ultimate Collection hardcover. Soul Finder Volume 3 hardcover.
Hey, from Mr. Doug Ernst,
which I believe was actually a Kickstarter that or Indiegogo last year.
I think so. Could be wrong.
All right, so not much going on for trades, a little here and there. This is a manga coming out. I'm the evil lord of an intergalactic empire, Volume 1. Okay. Sounds like a harem book.
Yeah, I know, right? A different wife from each alien planet.
Booty Royal, never go down without a fight. There you go. See, they even have mangas for me, kids. Yeah, that's the great thing about manga. There's always something for everyone.
Undead Quinn says Afro Samurai Volume 1 looks cool.
I saw that. Is that further up here or is it further down?
No, you just passed it.
Right there, yeah. Limited 1,000 foil logo direct market edition variant.
Wow.
$30.
Cool.
Hey, there's Marania.
Hey.
I didn't think you were going to show up.
I know, you missed us talking about the new Iron Man #1.
All right. And Usagi or Usagi Jimbo. Usagi Jimbo. Yeah, they probably should have thought of the name better. Now he just sounds like a soggy Jimbo. All right, there's We Live hardcover, $25. Like I said, the who's who is, but I'm afraid of we gotta update it now. I'll give it to you, the new 2022 edition.
Oh no, that's not what that is. That's just gonna be a collection of the old ones. Wait, was there an auction tonight?
Yeah, there is. It started. Was supposed to start 20 minutes ago.
I didn't realize he was doing an auction tonight. Wow. Okay.
Well,
he knows it's he knows it's Tuesday, right?
yeah, that's why he pushed it back an hour. So.
Okay. I did not know.
All right, so. Oh wait, the auction was canceled. Oh, didn't I know? Okay. All right. Well. Anyway, so I hope you guys had fun tonight. Some cool stuff out for trades. If you're a fan of Starman, check that out. Especially for those who don't like buying new comic books, you hate all the stuff that's coming out. You'd rather read some old stuff. Check out Starman. Fun. Yeah. So that's it for the night. Don't really have anything else to talk about. I mean, like comic book news at all.
Yeah, not a whole lot. I know they did show they had a new trailer drop today for the new Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah.
Which looked interesting.
That looks really good, actually, for Spider-Verse.
Yeah. It the thing that I don't want to say any spoilers, but it looks like they're making a character
a villain,
which I'm not a huge fan of that idea. But
in a sense, so remember these are also from different. This is Spider-Verse. There's multiple different variants. So what we've seen of this character could be, and the character I want to say is from the future, but is it really still the future anymore for Marvel? Everything changes when it gets to 2099. But overall, it seems like they're gonna basically have Miles teaming up with Gwen again, and basically them.
It looks like Peter Parker is still going to be in it too.
Now here's the thing, though. I don't think they're really making it because the character we're talking about, and spoilers if you ever watch a trailer, go do that now and come back here and watch the end. But no, we're talking about Spider-Man 2099, and he's also known for being more aggressive. He's the one that actually would kill if it meant saving a life. He doesn't have the Uncle Ben. His moral guidance was his brother, who helped him, with all his gizmos. His brother was more of a scientist. He was kind of a scientist too, but his brother was more the kind-hearted one. So it kind of looks like he's basically like gonna go after Miles because Miles doesn't want to do something, and he's like, this is the only way to protect your future by doing this. Can't you see I'm the hell? So they're turning him into a kind of a villain, like like Starman in the show. We have to kill him. That's the only way they'll learn. It's like he killed my friends. Revenge. Of course, we find out that's not really who he is in the show. So maybe they'll do that with this. Maybe this isn't the 2099. The last time we saw him was at the end of the original Spider-Verse movie.
Right.
Him pointing at the other Spider-Man, and we'll find out. I mean, it looks good. Still got some music. Miles is a little older now. I think he was probably like 14 in the first one, 14 or 15 going into high school.
Yeah, something like that.
So he's probably like 17 now.
He looked to be a little bit older.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does look like a lot of fun. I watched it through the second time, trying to freeze frame every time a different Spider-Man showed up. It does look like they have a Spider-Man with the costume where he has the paper bag on his head.
Yes.
And the Fantastic Four costume. It also looks like they have the Superior Spider-Man with the iron tentacles that come out of the back.
Which could be why you think that 2099 guy is a villain, because maybe he's listening to this other Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I hadn't considered that, actually.
Because Superior Spider-Man is Doc Ock.
Doc Ock in Peter Parker's body, yeah.
And he's evil. Everybody knows that he's evil.
Mm-hmm.
None of this shit like, he's a good person. He's going to come to realization. No, he never. That was an abomination. That comic books never should have been made. And you should feel sorry for it.
I don't know. I remember not liking it at the time. I thought it was garbage at the time.
Yeah.
But now I'll go back and read it, and it's not terrible. It's not the worst thing in the world. Because remember, his Spider-Man is actually a part of, it's not like a huge part, but it is a part of Jonathan Hickman's Avengers run. So it wasn't terrible. It wasn't what I wanted, but it wasn't terrible.
It was another one of those things where basically like, we're doing a Clone Saga, but we're not going to call it a Clone Saga. We're just going to have a guy in Peter's body.
There wasn't multiple Spider-Mans running around though. So
you didn't need it though. It was basically it's basically what people complain about Ben Reilly replacing Peter Parker as Spider-Man.
It's not a clone. There's not two of them. It's one body. It's just a brain swap. It's not cloning. It's a brain swap. It's a different notion of science fiction.
The problem is that they put another man's brain into his body. They pulled an Ultra Humanite, and we're forced to go through the whole entire series where, he just ruined everything. Peter was finally getting back, reconciled with MJ, and then they had him burn that bridge. Anything they can to basically say F you to fans of Peter Parker and Mary Jane being together.
Except they eventually brought Peter Parker back, though, like they always
Nick
do.
Nick Spencer had to do that. The guy, and it's funny, is the guy who brought him back, this guy who made Cap a Nazi. Figure that out. That's weird.
True. That is true.
And that's another thing. Like Cap, it's like there's just so many different Caps now. There's been an evil Cap. There's been the current Cap. There's been Tucky Scott's Cap.
Actually, did you see? I think it was, I forgot which Captain. I think it was for Sentinel of Liberty last week. They had a J. Scott Campbell variant cover, but instead of Captain America Sentinel of Liberty, the title said Captain America Symbol of Liberty, because he got the Symbol of Truth series and the Sentinel of Liberty series mixed up.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that, pointed it out.
I saw on Twitter, I was like, see, this is why you can't have two Captain Americas, because somebody without a proofreader is going to mess up and it's going to look stupid. But anyway,
like I said, then of course, because after they switched bodies back, Doc Ock, as far as I know, I would assume he knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, because for a while he came back because they brought back the third Clone Saga with the Jackal. This is Marvel. They just keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again. Although I admit I did like Ben Reilly, but Ben Reilly never should have been the main Spider-Man. Have Ben Reilly be somewhere else. I don't care. Like, it was cool for like an Elseworld story. If the clone had lived, here's Ben Reilly. But Ben Reilly should never existed as the main continuity. First,
Eh,
as I said, the second Clone Saga should have been a what if, and they did do a what if. What if the
I was
clone
about
had
to say,
lived?
yeah, I remember that.
And that should have been the story of Ben Reilly and all that stuff. But instead, the whole crap with trying to say that Ben was actually really the real Peter Parker this whole entire time. Oh, that is just horrible. Uh, Talk about, man, too many books, man. I love DC Comics. I think they did it better with as far as Superman Adventures, Superman Action Comics. Did the crossover titles will go from story to story. For the Clone Saga, second Clone Saga, they had Spider-Man Unlimited, they had Spider-Man, they had Amazing Spider-Man, they had Peter Parker Spectacular, they had freaking 4 different titles, and they crossed over every now and then, not always. So it got for me, for a person who's never, I was going back, I read All Amazing, so I was like, I had to go back, like, hey, what's this? Here's Peter Parker. What's this Spider-Man Unlimited? Then what's this Untold Tales of Spider-Man? What's all this freaking? Then there's Spider-Man by itself. It's like got to the point where there's like 6 freaking different titles for Spider-Man. I was like, and it was mind-boggling.
So who I was just browsing through CBR to see if they had anything that might be newsworthy. You do see Mary Jane and Annie Parker, their daughter. You do see Mary Jane and her daughter as Spider heroes or whatever. And there's like a little split second shot that you see of those two.
Into the Spider-Verse
and into across the Spider-Verse, yeah.
And
Superior Spider-Man is in there. It looks like Spider Cop is in there, and they have the Spider-Man from the PlayStation game.
Yeah, and it's gonna be, and then it's gonna be different with comic books because right now, currently comic books that she's basically the new Madam Web. She's
Mary Jane?
Annie.
Oh, Annie. Oh, okay.
Or Annie, or basically she controls there's the web of life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that was another book of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Web of Spider-Man was another book too that going on. There's just so many freaking books back then.
A lot of Spider-Man. I know Spider-Man was like Batman there for a little while. Like every other book.
Gotta love the 90s.
Yep.
So anyway, so Annie, she sits at this basically center of the Spider-Verse, and there's this thread, the web, she's a protector of it.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, oh, that's kind of like you saw that the Ghost Spider that they had come out last year by the guy who wrote Tim Seeley. Tim Seeley, the guy of Cassie Hack, was basically writing that with the Gwen verse. Everyone looked like Gwen because because somebody fired some from Supergirl from the future fired some blast, and Gwen got in the way of it, and it spun throughout the whole entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some evil villain that was trying to corrupt the web. I was just like, what is going on here? It's like, why can't we just focus on Annie being like Spider-Girl? Just give us a Spider-Girl reboot.
Yeah. Well, of course, now what they're doing with Gwen is they're going to do another Clone Saga, but with Gwen now, right? Where she's all these different powers of the Sinister Six or whatever.
Yeah.
Thanks, Greg Land. Thank you, Marvel, for all these Gwen Stacy's that you're overloading on us now.
So the coolest thing I'll say is I hate the Edge of the Spider-Verse, whatever that was, like original one that introduced Gwen Stacy. Not because of Gwen Stacy, but because every freaking other character in there was so freaking garbage writing, horrible art. Mm-hmm. So they did this. They did earlier this year. They just did it was like at the beginning. It was like in the summer. They did a whole new Spider-Verse again story, and the cool thing about I'll say I read a little bit of that was seeing Anna and Mayday Parker, the original Spider-Girl, crossing past each other and basically bonding.
Oh, cool!
Because you're like sisters.
Very cool.
In a sense.
Here's a fun bit of nerd news. So anybody out there who is not excited for Avatar, but is excited for the Chris Nolan Oppenheimer movie, if you go see Avatar 2, you get to see a preview of the Chris Nolan Oppenheimer movie ahead of Avatar 2. So worth it to go see Avatar. I was going to go see it anyway. Because no, I'm not going to see some pirated version that somebody's filming of on their
No, you
iPhone.
don't have to, because
iPhone.
you don't have to. It's gonna be released on YouTube, bro.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because it'll be released first in theaters with that.
Yeah,
And
but
then
it might be months before you see it online though.
But overall, I hope the people who are actually going to see Avatar 2, I hope it actually lives up to your expectations and actually does well.
I hope so too.
Because oh my gosh, you imagine the reaction if Avatar 2 flops. I know it's getting good reviews right now. Can you imagine if it just doesn't sell?
Let's see. What is
because the world's, like I say, the world's different now as far as
that's true.
People's tastes.
It's got right now I'm seeing it's got an 8 out of 10 right now for
That's
the
good.
jaw-dropping visuals and how it's an improvement over the first movie. So,
do you think it's gonna blow Dune out of the water?
Dune?
Because I heard that people like that too.
I enjoyed Dune a lot more than I did the first Avatar movie. I think it'll do well. I think it will. If nothing else, it's the first Avatar did gangbusters. So I think Avatar 2 will do well. I really want them to hurry up with Dune 2. Because I really, really enjoyed the first movie.
Doom 2? Yeah, I want that as well.
No, not Doom. Doom. Not Doom. Not Doom. I do not like the Doom movies. My brother does. He loves Doom though as a franchise. So
is that it for comic news or something else?
That's all I got. Unless you want to talk about how Patty Jenkins' Star Wars movie is still being made, even because so Wonder Woman 3 got canned, and a lot of people are speculating it's because Patty Jenkins was being like really stubborn about the script, like she walked out on it. But apparently she's saying that that's not the case, and that her Star Wars movie is still being made. So who knows?
You know what though? Until actually James Gunn says it, I'm not gonna believe anybody says.
There you go. And James Gunn, I have not seen him because he's posted pictures of like the Green Lanterns and Superman and Mr. Terrific. Nothing about Wonder Woman. So I don't know. Maybe it's all just a game to keep people guessing. But yeah, until he announces something, I'm gonna treat everything as rumor.
So all right, Capullo is apparently going to go back to Marvel.
Really? Interesting.
At least not on for ongoing, but he's gonna He's confirmed he's gonna turn to Marvel Comics first as a cover artist though, with plans to do a project at the publisher.
Huh.
So it's been 30 years, I guess, since he's been at Marvel doing stuff.
I'm about to say I don't think I've seen anything of his at Marvel actually. So that's cool.
For comic book news, there's also a whole new Hellboy video game coming out.
There is the new Hellboy video game,
and Lance Reddick, the guy. If you watch Bosch, he's the captain on there.
He's also the guy he's also in Fringe. Well, but he's also in Fringe. He was in something else too. I can't remember what.
Oh yeah, he was. For those of you kids out there who watched the Resident Evil, right? Welcome to Raccoon City. He was Mr.
Wesker. He was. Yep.
Yes.
Forgot about that one. Yeah.
Jeff the Landshark gets a print one shot by Popper the Man. Oh my gosh, he's cool, great. Yeah, there's your Rhino Gwen. I'm looking at some stuff, but Landshark.
Freaking Landshark.
IDW conjures Saturday morning memories with a new Dungeons and Dragons series. Wow.
Okay.
I'm just saying it's just
sure.
If you're a fan of that, I guess so. I mean, IDW needs everything they can get right now.
Yeah, well, IDW just needs they need to just end the misery. Eric Breen says Greg Capullo was on Quasar for a year in the 90s. It was his first regular assignment. Oh, cool. Very cool. I did not know that.
Oh yeah, apparently there's a John Wick spinoff called I guess the universe gets called Ballerina spinoff or whatever, Ballerina.
Mm-hmm.
So Norm Reedus is going to be on there on the cast.
Nice.
All right. Okay, so Patty Jenkins, she says her Star Wars film. I thought you said Wonder Woman. Her Star Wars film.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Rogue Squadron movie that she was supposed. It
Okay.
sounded like it was gonna be something like Top Gun, but in Star Wars, which
Okay.
sounded really cool to me. But then they said it was canceled, and now she's saying it's back on. So, what is the truth? We just don't know. But oh well.
I'll just say whether she walked away from Wonder Woman or not doesn't make a difference. I'm glad because let somebody else do the role, but keep the actress.
Yeah, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman is awesome.
Like I said, do a hard reboot. Keep the same actors.
Mm-hmm.
Don't build the Pattinverse as your main thing. Everybody around that because you have to get a much younger Superman. And sorry, Cavill is like a huge favorite of not only the Zack Snyder people, but of the women who want to see a sexy guy on screen. same with the guy, Jason Momoa on Aquaman. Women stop because they want
nobody wants to see Jason Momoa leave Aquaman. I guarantee it.
Yeah, women are crazy about Cavill. I was scrolling through Instagram and one of the channels I follow, the meme thing, it says like a woman saying basically caption says like, I'm not ashamed. I zoomed twice because he shows him walking in sweatpants and with a freaking horse cock.
Yeah, thanks for showing that in the
You're welcome there,
message.
bro.
I like Henry Cavill, but I really didn't need to see that.
I mean, I was just saying, like, women are crazy about this guy.
Well, he builds his own PCs. I mean,
what's up, Perry? Man, I didn't know you're lurking. What's up? This is Perry from Perry Comics. He also does his own gaming channel. He's on right now.
Check right on.
But,
very cool.
Man, I haven't seen Perry in like 2 years. It's like when he used to do the Hangout live streams before he became famous again on his second channel.
Now, did you hear about, speaking of the Chris Nolan movie, so Chris Nolan does not like to use CGI effects. He likes to use practical effects. Apparently, they found a way to recreate one of the nuclear tests that they did in New Mexico, which kind of frightens me a little bit. Like a movie director can figure out how to recreate a nuclear explosion. I don't think they made an actual nuclear explosion, but they were able to replicate the way it looked. It's like, dude, going a little too hardcore with this now. Somebody could make a nuclear explosion.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Other reports coming out today, I guess from 2 hours ago. It goes off CBR. Take it with a grain of salt. They're saying that Deadpool director basically says, Sean Levy, it's going to be basically a hardcore in-your-face violence.
Nice.
Because remember, we've got Wolverine in there,
and it's Disney too. So I think a lot of people were worried that Disney might tone down the violence.
I want what was it? Wolverine versus Hulk, that movie or whatever he had, or it was basically Wolverine versus basically the Weapon X program, those guys in there. And Deadpool goes, he cuts Deadpool's arm off. He's like, no, that's my good arm. He cuts his hanging there. No,
are you talking about the animated movie?
Yeah.
I remember that. I
want this because we all see what happens to Wade when he loses his arm or his leg, it grows back. So I want more jokes with the missing limbs. Overall, I said not really much to talk about for comic book news.
Yeah, not really, not a lot.
Fun game coming out, and Perry, I don't know if you played this yet. It's called Evil West, vampire game, set in the Old West, shortly after the Civil War, and this is a co-op, but the co-op is really glitchy. My friend was playing it, but overall, it's just fun. It's a ground pound. It's just shoot 'em up game. And as you go on, the game gets harder and harder. I guess some people didn't like it, but I from what I've seen the gameplay, it's addicting. But
cool.
Also a game to avoid it. I hope you didn't play it. Is Gotham Knights. If you're a Batman fan, I mean, I like Robin. I like Red Hood. Batgirl, and Nightwing. I love those side characters, but what they do to Bruce Wayne in that story is just like, man, can you stop? Like, just stop it. Just it's and the fact that the fact that we just lost Kevin Conroy, and then that game comes out, and it's like oh my gosh, do you guys?
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Now, of course, they do have the Suicide Squad game coming out. That they were like, hey, let's get Kevin Conroy's voice in the. Which I hope they actually got him to record like fresh lines. I hope they did that and not just took pieces of dialogue from other things.
All right.
But
also, I guess Warrior Nun is canceled on Netflix.
I did read about that. Didn't watch the show to begin with, but I did read about that it got canceled.
Heard about when it came out, and then I haven't heard anything since then. So, I mean, I've seen it on Netflix, but I haven't watched it. But it's in the list, going through. I would skip over it. It just looked like an MTV show to me. Like it looked like that. What was that?
It almost looked like a CW show with a slightly higher budget.
Right?
Slightly higher. They do have that new Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon coming out on Netflix. I think tomorrow or Wednesday. No, today's Tuesday, so tomorrow or Thursday. I think. I may check that out.
All right, and So, what else is coming out this week? Is anything coming out this week for movies?
Not that I know of. I'll pull up the IMDb's. I've been watching One Piece. I finally finished. I got up to the point where the English dubs end, so I've been watching the subtitle version, which is now I'm in like the really, really good stuff now. Did Megan just come out, or is that just a trailer? I think that's just a trailer. Release calendar. Here we go.
All right. So Avatar is going to be fully out on this Friday. That's the thing, I'm just looking at my local theater. I don't really go to watch movies anymore because there hasn't been. I really looking forward to it. Emancipation. They have that with
Will Smith, huh?
Yes. Devotion is another airplane movie. Looks cool.
Yeah, but what's his Jonathan Majors? I think is in that one. I think Jonathan Majors is in it. Yeah.
And actually, it's by the director because I found out this movie last night because this. And I'll share my screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Actually, no. They'll show my location where I live, but
It's a Wonderful Life is playing at my movie theater.
So anyway, I was going through like as far as movies or shows, and I came across Rocketeer, and then I saw, oh my gosh, they're making a sequel, Return of the Rocketeer. So it's supposed to set a sequel to the original movie, set a few years later, and the main character is missing, the original Rocketeer. So this new this new girl steps up, becomes the new female Rocketeer.
Pass. Sorry, I'm out.
And I'm getting Shiri vibes from this right away because the girl they want to cast is like as an African American woman, and I'm thinking like, do you realize that time period? Like she'd be like persecuted beyond belief.
Because wasn't this in the 30s or 40s?
Yeah. New Will Smith movie. Keep my name out of your mouth. Part 2. No. So anyway, the director that was originally tied to this,
Joe Johnston.
I think he opted out of that because, well, he already was doing this one. I believe Devotion is his movie too, right?
Oh, I don't know about that. I know with Rocketeer, the original one, it was meant to be the first of a.
It was J.D. Dillard. That's who it was. It was tapped to play or do the thing, and also him and his wife were going to be doing that movie or that show, and then he said nope. He dropped out the last minute of last year.
Mm-hmm.
So it was supposed to come out this year, though. I don't want it. Retro movies playing Polar Express, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Spirited still playing, The Menu, The Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Yep.
Pray for the Devil. It's like that's what's playing at my theater right now. It's like off of that, the movie that I would probably see out of there, and I've never even seen the first one. But all the movies I've seen on there, but I think back. There's 2 movies I'd see. One is Devotion because it's World War II. It was like World War II
Is that
dogfighting.
Glenn Powell's in it too from Maverick?
Yep. Goose
So, yeah.
or not Goose? No, he's the other one. He's
The other guy. What's it? Is it Ice
Hangman.
Pick?
Hangman.
Hangman. That's it.
And then the other movie I'd see would be Avatar 2.
I would see those 2 movies. Also, they have Violent Night at my theater, and I really want to see Violent Night.
So I now Skip's watching Avatar right now.
And then also my theater has Elf and It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
And Conan the Barbarian, the original with Arnold Schwarzenegger, the 40th anniversary.
Ash,
they're doing a
have you
showing
seen
for
the
that.
trailer for this new Avatar, Way of the Water? Because I don't want to spoil it. Because I mean, from going the trailer, it looks like it's well, the humans are coming to attack them again, and now they have to hold off the humans. I don't. That to me, that sounds like the plot of the first movie.
Yeah, it does. Hopefully they change it up a little bit.
Yeah, and then the fact I also read that Kate Winslet's in it, but we don't get to see Kate Winslet's beautiful face. We get to see her blue face.
Oh, she's alien.
But Sam Worthington isn't he?
I think it's the first movie Sam Worthington's been in like 5 years.
I was gonna say, what has he done since Terminator Salvation?
The same. So he was in Terminator. He was in Clash of the Titans. He was in Avatar. Clash of the Titans had a sequel called Wrath of the Titans. He did those 4 movies, and then he dropped off the face of the earth. I hadn't seen him in anything since then. So
right,
I'm good to see that he didn't get completely forgotten by Hollywood. So,
and let's see here. Yeah, Planet of the Apes. It's gonna come. That's War for the Planet of the Apes is next year.
Wait, they have a new Planet of the Apes? Oh, that's right, because Disney brought them recently. I think Disney is they have the rights to Planet of the Apes now, because I think it was like Fox or somebody. So now they're doing their own Planet of the Apes.
All right, and there's Creed 3, Michael B. Jordan, Jonathan Majors.
Mm-hmm. Jonathan Majors is having a big old time right now between Creed, Devotion. He's got Kang coming out soon. Yeah. So.
And I'm just looking at other internet news going through comic or screen right now, but Screen Rant's like everything. It's like as far as wrestling to like comic books to like movies and TV shows. It's weird. I don't know. I mean, I hope they don't cancel Shazam, but okay. All right. So I mean, yeah, I guess that's it for that.
I guess so.
Check out for those who are looking for Christmas stuff. Check out the Office Christmas episode, and check out the Tim Allen. Well, I finally found out that his last name is Dick, Mr. Timothy Allen Dick. Anybody else know that? I was talking to Ash the other day, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, his last name is Dick." I looked it up. I looked up his IMDb. I was like, "What?" Yeah. I mean, so also check out Willow. I mean, the movie, and then check out the TV series. The TV series actually hasn't. It's a Disney show. Take it a grain of salt. It's not overly like in your face like She-Hulk woke.
Mm-hmm.
One of the characters is a lesbian, but it doesn't really even play into the part of anything or the actual whole entire show, which I'm thankful for. But overall, it's been fun, and you get to see like the original characters from the movie come back. I mean, apart from Val Kilmer, great guy. Sucks what happened to him. I would love to see how many movies he could do more if he hadn't had throat surgery and all that stuff because he had throat cancer. But
right, I did like how they incorporated that into Maverick though. That was how they did that.
True. So, and then Mariah's bringing up the Santa Claus series, which is also on Disney Plus. So, but for those who don't have Disney Plus, maybe you have Netflix. I'm sure there's some Netflix shows on there you can watch for movies.
Yeah.
There's also, if you have Amazon Prime, and also say you don't want any of the streaming services because it costs too much, go to Walmart. $5 DVDs.
$5 bin. Yeah. Even the DVDs on that little, my Walmart has like that little shelf kind of right in front of the entertainment section.
Yeah,
like $10.
They have all their holiday movies are out right now. The bundles.
Yep.
They have like a 20 movie collection of Hallmarks you can get. If you're really
No, that's not for me.
Well, that's for the woman who wants to watch it with her husband. Spend some quality time together, and then say, "Oh, my can I like be this perfect, honey? Why are you such an asshole?" They said they have. I picked up all 3 Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen
Nice.
Blu-ray, and I got the digital code. You can use it for movies anywhere, whatever you want to. I do everything through Voodoo. Voodoo is my main thing hub. Miracle on 34th Street is bringing up. The Bishop's Wife. Yeah, those are also on DVD too. I saw White Christmas. There's a lot of they always have like every holiday. You notice that they have Mother's Day or it's Christmas or Valentine's Day. They always have the end cap for Reads for Minas, and it's just all the different movies.
Yeah,
and then plus this, the stop animation classics. Rudolph and the Red-Nosed Reindeer, all that stuff is so. I know that we're basically going away from like comic book stuff, but hey, we're the geeky puppet show. We're not puppets. Well, we are puppets, I guess.
Hallmark's not geeky though.
It's got Dean Cain in it.
Okay,
he's geeky.
It's got Lacey Chabert in it too.
White Christmas is Zach's favorite. Yes, it is.
Well, it sure isn't Black Christmas. That's a horror movie that grossed me out.
I agree with you. I'm not in the horror.
A Christmas themed horror movie is not a great idea, at least not to me. So, yeah. White Christmas is all right. It's Bing Crosby. It's an all right movie. Not one of my favorites, but it's okay.
Also, real quickly for those who are expecting us to do stuff tomorrow, there is nothing going on tomorrow on the Geek Up Show at all. I got word from Froggy that Puppeteen is still on vacation. He's traveling in his wooden box that they shipped him in.
Yeah.
But there should be a reading popping up.
Okay.
As I heard.
Very cool. And then I do know Thursday, if you are one of the people that watches me and Skipintosh and Ash do our Hickman retrospecting, we will not be retrospecting this week, but next week we will be back. Next Thursday, we will be back up late talking about Hickman's Fantastic Four run. I think we're wrapping up his Fantastic Four run, but that'll be next Thursday, which I think is the 22nd. So nothing this Thursday over with Skipintosh. We will be here though Thursday night to talk about our favorite books of the week.
All right. Yeah, and this Friday though, there is if Zach you can get done, it is 100 pages, but I know me and Pixar are a game. We're gonna do the DC Christmas 1988.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Special issue 1, which has let me look at I'm pulling up here on my phone here. Here.
I might actually have the physical copy of that.
I know. I think you bought it from A's auction.
I think I did. Oh, I gotta go dig in and try to find it.
I think it's like 5 stories, 100 pages each.
Okay.
And then we're hoping to get in for next week, next Friday. This is a little lighter. It's 55 pages. This is
a little bit lighter.
It zooms in. I don't want to do it. There it goes.
Oh, that's cool.
It's issue 2.
Right on.
So it's actually I take it back. This is from 88. I don't think it is. Is it from 88? I think the first one is the 70s. I can't tell. Breen would know. Marani would know. But overall, I'm in a Christmas mood, and I figured why not do a retrospective on some of the best, Christmas stories we had back in the past with with the DC comic books.
Yeah.
Now, I think these are pre-crisis, which is all right with me. I don't mind that. I mean, as long as nobody's beating up Santa Claus. Then again, so overall, it looks like a fun read through. I know that over on I Love Comics that he's actually done his own little mini retrospective about that a couple years ago, and yeah, so I forgot about it. I was like, you know what? It's Christmas. Why aren't we talking about Christmas comic books? Now, that being said, we still have 2 weeks from Christmas, but I think we should get some stuff going. All right, boys, Skip. What? Your boy Skip? I'm not sure what he's going with Skip Tosh saying, but he's saying has a virtual album release party to prepare for. But I'll be streaming live on my Twitch channel Friday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which will be for you East Coasters. It'll be 11 o'clock. And for those who are on Central Time, that's 10. So, in Mountain Time, it's 9 o'clock. There you go.
I always forget about Mountain Time.
I know. I think Quirks is in Mountain Time an hour, right?
Is he? I thought he was in California.
No, he's not in California.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought he was for some reason.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not sure. I think he's somewhere around there. I think he's by Washington State, somewhere over there. Anyway, yeah, and don't ask me what Hawaii time. I think Hawaii is like 5 hours behind us. Being Uzak, so
yeah, Hawaii time. Yeah, no. Whenever I play, so I didn't play D&D, but there was the Lord of the Rings version, and actually I think we're getting ready to start up again. And our storyteller or our dungeon master, quote unquote, lives in Hawaii, so we have to plan a time where he's awake, but everybody else hasn't gone to sleep yet. So yeah, I want to say it's 2 hours past Pacific time. So yeah, whatever time it is for Skip, you have to add 2 hours, or take even 2 hours further away from back. So yeah, it's like 4 or 5 hours difference. It's crazy.
Homer is chick flick stuff. Oh, you shouldn't use that word around Marania. She doesn't like that word, chick flick. It's romance.
Movies for birds.
It's basically holiday romance, Christmas romance.
Yeah.
Moral stories, I should say. The heck, Usually people often wishing they had a different life and find out that their original life was much better than they had now.
Yep.
Yeah. So, for those of us who are single, it's eggnog and whiskey for us this year. And watching Hallmark.
No, not watching. I am not watching Hallmark, mainly because I don't have cable. So I am watching Crunchyroll or Funimation.
Crunchyroll. You'll be eating Crunchyrolls.
That actually doesn't sound terrible. I could go for some sushi, actually.
All right, so I saw that he's live on my channel, so we're gonna end it here. You guys go check over I Love Comics. I believe he's reading something right now.
I think he's reading A Christmas Carol.
All right, so go check that out. And I hope you guys had fun tonight. We'll see you on Thursday night. Have a good time, guys. And always read good comics, or at least pretend to.
Have a good night, everybody.
Later, guys.